The next part of event development is evoking the emotions. Remember, this is the show, and this is what we're really trying to get people connected and make Relay personal. So remember that the event's physical appearance affects the way that people feel about Relay. So for example, during your Luminaria ceremony, making sure that you have the hope and the cure, if that's possible, with the stands. Make sure that you have a Luminaria around the edges of the track. Really make it appealing and the best layout possible to really pull on those emotions and make people connect with the Luminaria, with the opening ceremony, even the fight-back ceremony, making sure the flags are available, that the poster is out so they can sign it and it's easy and accessible. And connect with other relays. Find out what other relays are doing and how you can also change up your ceremonies again. And bring out the music. Make sure that your music during opening ceremony is upbeat and exciting, and during Luminaria it's appropriate, and you have more somber music, and then slowly moving into more of that upbeat music that you have. And then use your ceremonies to anchor the event. Really use those as the skeleton of Relay. So having your opening as really upbeat and positive, really welcoming the participants as one of the first smiling faces they will see. Then having your survivor ceremony and your caregiver ceremony, which some people may do that later in the event, but best practice says to have right after opening. Then Luminaria as soon as dusk. Is it dusk?
Yeah,
dusk sets,
yeah.
right? Sorry. You want what's easier for you starting here?
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, using ceremonies to anchor your event. These should be the skeleton of your agenda and around all your entertainment and activities. So having opening, again, the very beginning, be the first smiling face they see, short, brief, and inviting everyone to the relay, explaining what will be happening, the agenda, fundraisers that will be happening, and really get people started on the track and excited. The next piece after that would be the survivor walk, getting the survivors on the track and making sure the survivors know when to start their event, what to do during the event, one lap, and where to go after. Sometimes there could be some confusion about where survivors should go. Make sure if they're supposed to go to the event and get recognized with their awards, and what the caregivers should be doing. Should they be walking with them? It's all up to you as a chair. They could be walking with them, or the caregivers could be cheering them on, but making sure that you recognize both your survivors and your caregivers and having clear instructions where they should go during the survivor walk. Then Luminaria as soon as night hits. Making sure that people know where they can purchase bags, decorate their bags, and place them on the track. People really like to connect with their bags, and this is a time for them to really grieve. And so making sure that it's an easy, accessible event for them. And making sure that they know where their bag is. A lot of people like to take theirs home post-event. Next, the fight back ceremony. Make sure that you really engage your audience with this. This is something that they should be excited about, and it should be their call to action. Closing ceremony should be a lot of thank yous. Make sure you recognize your sponsors, your committee, your team captains, and for all the hard work that they've done. And post-event. There's a lot of work that should be done post-event. Relay's not over when done your closing ceremony. Extend the experience. Update the website. Post great pictures that you took at the event. Talk about that you've passed or where you've been in your goal. If you haven't reached your goal, don't let that be a negative thing. Talk about how it's possible for them to reach their goal, and maybe some after event fundraisers that they can do to reach that goal. Host a wrap-up celebration. Even if they haven't met goal, make sure that you show that you are really appreciative of what they've done and of all the hard work that they have put into the relay. Say thank you, whether that be sending personal thank you cards to top fundraising teams, whether they be publicly recognizing the top teams at the wrap-up meeting. Show pictures and present awards. That can be in certificates or it can just be verbal. And then pushing the positives. Taking evaluations to heart. So make sure that you always do evaluations at your event. These are really important for next year when you're talking about how you're going to refresh those ceremonies. How do you know what your participants, your consumers want unless you do evaluations? And finally, address the negatives but focus on the positives. So there's always going to be someone who doesn't like that you changed the Luminaria ceremony, or that you have made the opening too brief or whatever that may be. But look at the positives. What if how you did Luminaria really engaged someone and really sent them home with a personal message? The call to action. So the big pieces is make sure every year that this is the show. Event D is all about making it exciting and a brand new relay every time the participants come back. Really make sure that when the participants come, it looks organized and it's run seamlessly. This is how you're going to recruit your committee members as well. If team captains and really big leaders in relay come and they see how exciting relay is and how seamlessly it's run, they're going to want to be a part of that and they're going to want to volunteer for your committee. And even if they don't step up to that leadership level, they'll want to come back because each year they know they're going to see something new in the entertainment and activities. Don't forget those as well, making those fresh and new. But they're also going to experience relay and have a Luminaria ceremony and really look forward to it every year for their time to celebrate all their success, remember and grieve during the Luminaria ceremony, and fight back at 364 days that they're not relaying. So that's the Event D breakout, and I hope that you've learned something.